Hello, it is day one of the Biannual Bibliothon, and to kickstart the week I am reading the group book, Paper Towns by John Green. I am about 2/3 of the way through this and I'm enjoying it so far, so I'm definitely going to finish it by the end of the day, which is really good news because I've come to realise that I have a lot of quite long books and not very much time to read them. Hopefully I can get ahead of schedule and finish at least one book today and start another. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be finishing Paper Towns by the end of the day. I will let you know how it goes. Hello, I've just finished Paper Towns and I really enjoyed it. It was a bit slow to start with, but once I got to the kind of last 2/3 it really picked up, so I'm quite glad I read it. Slowly developing a plan for the next few books. I'm hoping to tackle both Dante's The Divine Comedy, which is my did not finish book, which I know will be a bit of a struggle for me to get through. So I'm going to be reading that at the same time as Child 44, which I'm really looking forward to. And then once I finish The Divine Comedy, I'm rewarding myself with Harry Potter. So I'm quite happy with that plan. Not sure how well it will turn out, but you never know. I'm going to give myself a bit of a break now from reading because my eyes are hurting a bit and I've got quite a lot of work to do. But I'm quite pleased that I've managed to get at least one book finished today. Well, I forgot to do a summary for day one of what I read, so I thought I just might as well do that now. So I finished Paper Towns and I managed to make a start on Dante the Divine Comedy, which is my did not finish book, and Child 44. I read the first few pages of that, and that's my book set in a foreign country. I'll put somewhere on the screen the statistics for the day, like how many books I read and how many pages and whatnot. So if you're interested in that, they'll be somewhere around my face. I don't know. That's it for day one. Day two now. I've got quite a bit to do today in terms of work and applications and all that kind of thing, but my main goal is to finish Dante the Divine Comedy. I've only got about 100 or so pages to read of that, so I'm hopeful, although it is quite a struggle. I'm also going to be reading a bit more of Child 44. I'm really enjoying that so far, and hopefully if I finish Dante I'll make a start on Harry Potter, although that may end up being read tomorrow. There's just a lot of books to read and not very much time to do it, so I'd better get started. Day two is over. I didn't get as much reading as I would have liked done today. I didn't even finish Dante. I've got about 100 pages left on that, but I'm going to do a last minute sprint before bed to see if I can cover a bit more distance. A bit disappointed with how little I've read. Just been quite busy today, lots of things going on. I'll put the statistics somewhere on the screen to let you know how much I've read today once I've done this last minute sprint. I've also been listening to an audiobook, The Lies of Lochmora, which is really good. I would definitely recommend listening to that, but I'm not really including that in the page count. See you tomorrow. It is day 3 of the Bibliothon and I have done it. I have finished Dante's The Divine Comedy. I woke up this morning and I read the last 50 pages. I struggled a lot with the reading of this book. I think I skimmed a lot of the pages and I don't know how much I actually took in, but I read the last few pages word for word, and once I got to the end it was, yes, such a relief. So I don't have to worry about that book or think about it ever again, at least until I do the wrap up, but until then it's just out of my mind and I can focus on reading books I will actually enjoy, like Child 44, which is my book for the day. I don't know how much I'll actually get done with this book because I have an interview in the afternoon, so there's lots of preparations for that, but we'll see. I'm also gonna probably start Harry Potter just as a kind of switch off after the interview, because then that's a book I can actually relax into because I know the story and it's just pure escapism. It is the end of day 3 of the Bibliothon. I didn't actually get that much reading done today because, as I said earlier, interviews and stress and really just having too much on to be able to properly sit down and read. I did read a few more pages of Child 44, and I watched Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban, which has made me even more excited to start Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I'm going to start reading that this evening and see how far I get, but I'm having a day off from applications and anything like that tomorrow, so I should have more time to read then, and maybe catch up with everything I haven't been able to read today, but we'll have to see on that front. The statistics are somewhere on this video, either here or there or anywhere, and yes, I will see you tomorrow. Good night. It's day 4 and I've already managed to read about half of Harry Potter and made a bit more progress on Child 44, so I have high hopes of finishing at least one book today. I'm hoping to aim for 2 or maybe near 2 because Child 44 is quite long, but it's looking promising. Just feeling a bit tired today, so I'm not sure how much reading I'll actually get to if I end up falling asleep, but you never know. I have just finished Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and it was as amazing as I remember it to be, and I'm so excited to continue the series, although none of those books are part of my TBR for the Bibliothon, but as soon as this Bibliothon is over, that's what I'm going to be doing. So now Harry Potter's done, I'm going to be trying to finish Child 44, although it's very unlikely I'm going to finish it today because I'm not even halfway through yet, and there's at least like maybe 300 to 400 pages left, and I've only got maybe a few hours left of the day which I can actually read, so we'll just have to see about that one. But either way, I'm just really pleased I finished Harry Potter, and oh, it's so good. So good. It is the end of day 4 and I have managed to read both Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Child 44, finishing both books, which I am really happy with because they are both fantastic, and it now brings me up to date on my Bibliothon reading plan, which is excellent, and it's just been such a good day sitting and reading and just getting involved in all these stories. So yeah, tomorrow I start my next book, which will probably be Hope and Other Luxuries, which I believe is my social issues challenge, and I think it's the companion one as well, so this is my double up one. Such a good reading day, and hopefully I'll be able to continue this pace, so I'll be able to finish my last 2 books, which should be quite impressive. It is the end of day 6 and there's only one day left of the Bibliothon. I am about 100 pages away from finishing Hope and Other Luxuries, so I will definitely be finishing that. I didn't quite manage to do as much reading as I wanted today because I've just been feeling really ill all day with a massive headache, so I thought reading probably wasn't a good idea. I'll be finishing that around tomorrow, I think. I won't be getting to the book that I had originally selected for the genre I've read the least of this year, simply because that's just too big to read in a day, along with the 100 pages of Hope and Other Luxuries. So for that particular challenge, I'm either going to go with a book of poetry I've got, which is quite small, I believe that's Songs of Innocence and Experience, or I'm going to read one of my Grimm fairy tales because I haven't read an original fairy tale yet this year, and I would quite like to read the Grimm version, so I'll see how it goes and how I'm feeling. Be weird it being over. I'll see you tomorrow. It is the end of the Bibliothon now. Unfortunately today was not quite the ending on a bang that I had hoped for. It is Armed Forces Day today, and so in the afternoon we ended up going to the kind of celebration thing that was going on, so I didn't get any reading done then, which was my kind of appointed reading time before this last minute change. So I did manage to read one fairy tale, which was the Frog Prince, which was the Princess and the Frog story from the Grimm's Book of Fairy Tales. It's only about 2 pages long, but I'm counting that as my book from a genre that I've read the least of this year. So at least I managed to complete all the reading challenges. I'll put the statistics on the screen somewhere and count this as the end of my Bibliothon updates. I'm going to do a separate wrap-up video because I have a feeling this update video will be really long, even if I do manage to edit all the footage down, and I want a separate video to be able to talk about the books a bit more because there are quite a few books. So you get 2 Bibliothon videos from me. I hope you enjoyed this update video. I can't quite believe that the Bibliothon is over. I'm not entirely sure what to do with myself now, except continue reading. I will see you next time. Goodbye!